What's up guys, Chris here and welcome back to a new video. So today we're going to be looking at the gunsmith weapons, the ones you can get from the orders and which ones you should pick up. So what I realized is that I'm a big nerd when it comes to this game, and I look through the databases quite a lot and I kind of know about all the weapons even though I haven't tried them out or seen them at a vendor. And that is not something a lot of people do, so giving you guys some recommendations would probably be in place so you guys can pick up the best weapons and the weapons that will suit your guys' playstyle the best from Banshee. So let's get right into it. This week he has obviously 5 weapons available, 2 from Suros, 2 from Omalon, and 1 from Hake. The first one is the Suros Ri45 auto rifle. This is a high impact auto rifle, which means it will be doing 25 damage to the head and 20 to the body in PvP. And if you're looking for an auto rifle, this might not be a bad option. The stability is not the greatest on it. If you're familiar with something like the Vanquisher or the Shadow Price, this one has lower stability than those, but it does also have more range, which is quite nice. So if you're looking for an auto rifle for PvP, the Suros Ri45 might not be a bad option, even though I do believe there are better auto rifle options available in the tower, like the Dead Orbit auto rifle for instance. But if you like the higher impact auto rifles a lot more, then definitely pick up the Suros. The next weapon available is the Suros DIS-43 Scout Rifle. Now this one has the same impact rated fire type as the Vision of Confluence. If you guys are new to the game and not familiar with the Vision of Confluence, it's one of the most popular weapons from year 1, considered probably the best scout rifles throughout the entire game so far. And it was doing around 62 damage to the head I believe, and 41 to the body in PvP. It's not really a PvP focused weapon, this kind of weapon. More PvE focused, and the Suros has quite a lot of range and not the greatest stability or reload speed. It does make up for that with a 19 magazine size, which is quite nice, but the range is excessive even for a scout rifle. And for that reason I'd recommend checking out the Omalon, which is the next weapon, the Omalon 2 Nila SR4, which has the same impact rate of fire balance, is also a scout rifle. It has slightly less range but more stability and more reload speed. So overall this is a more well-balanced weapon and better for PvP if you do plan on using it there. And as I said, range is just kind of a non-factor stat on a scout rifle. They all have so much range that you'll rarely ever notice a damage drop off on them. So for that reason I'd recommend picking up the Omalon 2 Nila SR4. Even though the Suros is not a bad choice, you can get a lot of stability mods for them. And you can also get something like Hake stock, which will take down the range. So if you like scout rifles, I'd recommend picking up both of them, but if you only need one scout rifle, can only pick one scout rifle, I'd say pick up the Omalon. Next up is the Hake Herja-D pulse rifle. So this one has a mid to high impact. A lot of people will say it's low impact, but that's simply because this pulse rifle, the Hake pulse rifles, they actually do less damage because they have a 4-round burst. So this one is most comparable to something like the new Hopscotch Pilgrim or the future Warcold pulse rifle. It'll be doing 25 damage to the head in Crucible, meaning you can actually potentially get a 2-burst kill if you land 8 headshots in a row, which is quite strong. And it also comes with some really decent base stability, which is always nice. And even if you don't get the greatest perks on it, I'd recommend checking out the Apple of Discord from the Vanguard Quartermaster, which is based off the Hake Herja-D. It has a great perk roll from the beginning. So if you don't get the greatest perks on your Hake Herja-D, check out the Vanguard pulse rifle. Last and least in my opinion is the Omalon Yusume RR4. Now this one is very low impact, so low in fact that even if you land 2 body shots, you're not guaranteed to get a kill. If you're playing against someone with the Ram or a Titan with maxed out armor, you might not get the 2-shot kill because it'll be doing 100 damage to the body and 250 to the head. So that 2-shot kill is endangered if you're facing someone with the Ram, for instance, as I said. Also, you obviously won't be able to one-shot most of the supers or one-shot off the revive, which is extremely unfortunate. And for that reason, I won't recommend picking up the Omalon Yusume. Instead, I'd recommend waiting for the other Omalon sniper, the Omalon Irene. And if you do see that one, definitely pick it up because that has much higher impact and it has some great potential. So overall, I'd recommend picking up the Hake Herja-D and the 2 scout rifles, and if you do want an auto rifle, I'd recommend trading off the Suros scout rifle for the Suros auto rifle instead. Those are my 3 recommendations. I think the Hake Herja-D is the best one here for PvP, while the Omalon 2 Nila is the best one for PvE. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video guys. I really hope you guys found it useful. If you did, please leave a like, because as this being a potentially new series, it's important that I get your guys' feedback, so that would be much appreciated. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for watching.